next week's predictions.
The predictions for week 4.
All square from last week, 888.
It is, yeah. Everything last week was essentially worthless.
Although it wasn't the fact that we all picked the same. I know we picked the same
No,
one.
we all got different ones wrong.
So that was nice.
It was kind of variety. And at one point, it was looking like you might open up another 2-point lead. But didn't work out that way.
No.
Okay, so this week's Thursday night football is 2 in a row for the Giants as they are at home.
So I'm going first, I assume.
Yep, you're still leader, so
I'm going to go with the New York.
Okay. I agree. I think they're you get these two teams at a crossroads, don't you? You got one going one way, one going the other. They face off at the right time. The Giants are improving. The Cowboys just get worse and worse and worse. You can only see it going one way. A victory for New York. I think that says grow bag. so out of the Giants and Cowboys, Daz has gone for grow bag.
Right.
But I think that's Italian for giants, isn't it?
So we've all gone for the Giants.
It starts with G, so it must say Giants.
I honestly think Dan Jones and the running backs will cause them a problem. So I stand with my choice.
Oh yeah, I'm backing the Giants because I think the Giants will win. Same reason Daz has gone for the grow bags. Okay, so then we've got Saints at Falcons. Derek Carr against Kirk Cousins.
I'm going for the Carr to get back on the road.
Okay, I think I saw good signs from the Falcons this week, so I think the Falcons will do this. Let's see what fucking hell.
I'm gonna have to open up the picture now.
I think that says Calgon.
Calgon.
Calgon, yeah. So I suppose that's nearest to the Falcons, isn't it?
I think it is.
Oh, right, okay. Starting to make sense.
Yeah.
As he's scrawled on his jam rag. Right, Rams at Bears.
Okay. So sorry, I'm going with Chicago.
That's fine.
You don't have to apologize for that.
No, I get it.
I think just their defense just edges it. And if I say Williams did start to sort of show signs of.
Yeah, he wasn't terrible last week. He just needs to not be terrible, and then they'll score points. Yeah.
I think the Rams are overachieving so far this season in terms of what they're doing with the players that they've got at their disposal, and I think they'll beat the Bears. Now let's see what he's gone for. Daz has gone for. He appears to have gone for the Texans.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, interesting choice. You got to say they are outsiders.
Yeah.
To get anything from a game between the Rams and the Bears, but
there's Beast, Snake, Pyramid, RS. What? I think it's supposed to say the Bears.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I mean, ordinarily, you'd put the words in the same order as the games are listed, wouldn't you? You have to wonder what kind of person just goes, well, I'll write them in a random order. Okay. This is a tasty old game. Vikings at Packers.
I've gone for Minnesota twice when they were both not fancied. So against the 49ers and against Houston last week. And I think everyone is going to say it's a Packers win. So with that in mind, I'm going for Minnesota. I think they can continue this.
Yeah, as we're recording this on Tuesday, we don't actually know who the Packers QB is going to be. I think with a fit Jordan Love, the Packers win this, but I don't think they're going to have a fit Jordan Love. So I'm going to go for the Vikings. Now let's see what this scroll says. Jesus Christ. Panties? Did I say panties?
Pacers.
I mean, it's definitely a P at the start.
Yeah, I think we
All
can.
right, so we'll go. We'll assume that he's put the Packers down. Future Super Bowl. Let's say pretenders to the throne here. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts.
I mean, the wheels have got to come off eventually, haven't they? Haven't they?
Not to the Colts.
Yeah, it's not this week, sadly. So yeah, I'll go Pittsburgh as well.
Obviously, I'm for the Steelers, but I'm saying it with slightly more hope in my heart than I have on previous weeks.
This is more with head rather than heart this week.
Yeah, although this is with both.
Yeah. It's always
and Daz has gone for, 57 E 5. So
is that the score? 57 E5.
No, it's not E, it's E.
Oh, right. Okay.
5. It could be is that an 8? It might be an 8.
I think it's Lancashire for Steelers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sake. Last week's surprise package. Broncos at the revitalized Aaron, don't call him Jones, Rodgers, New York Jets.
I think this would have been a lot easier of a call if Denver hadn't beaten Tampa Bay, but Rodgers looked too good. So New York again.
Yeah, they look good, and I'll be very surprised if the Broncos suddenly go on a bit of an impressive run. The Jets will be too strong for them, I think, both sides of the ball. And incredibly, Daz has actually made this one quite clear. It's a Jets.
Only 4 letters, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that hasn't stopped some of these. I mean, some of these aren't, they're not fucking hieroglyphics, some of them. I think there's a clean sweep. It's a jet sweep. Eagles at Bucks.
This probably would have been a harder choice if, again, they hadn't have lost to. That's a tough one to call it. I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
I reckon this would have been a tougher one if the Bucks hadn't have got whoops last week.
Yeah,
that's put me off them. I might have even backed them if they'd have won last weekend.
agreed.
But they were so bad. I'm going to go for the Eagles on this one. As for Daz, he appears like goggles. I say goggles. It might be in gaggles.
Omega 3, isn't it?
Oh, it might be Omega 3.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I might have to run this one through the translation app to try and work out what that says. I mean, most of those are clearly not letters.
It looks more like Eagles than it does Tampa Bay. So
yeah, because Buccaneers is just going to be longer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, right,
and I don't think you can spell books.
True. Although both words do require actual letters to spell, rather than this childish scrawl. Bengals at Panthers. Oh, this is suddenly
toilet bowl. It is, yeah.
Suddenly an interesting game.
So if we're making these predictions before the last weekend's matches, I'd have said it was an easy. Zach, do you know what? I think I fancy the Dalton Revolution, the Red Rifle, to pull it at home.
I can't believe the Bengals are going to be this. They've got to be better. I will go for the Bengals on this, but just out of confusion more than anything else. Nothing I've seen from the Bengals last week suggests that they'll win this game, but they can't be. They can't be bad. They can't be that bad. Yeah.
I think they've been good offensively.
They gave the Chiefs a good game, didn't they?
Well,
they were a pass interference call away from winning that.
Yeah.
All right. So what's Daz gone for? Well, it definitely says Ben at the start. So I reckon it's Bengals, but the second word looks a little bit like anus.
Ben's anus.
He appears to have gone for Ben Anus. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I hope you weren't homeschooled, Callum.
No, I think it is just the Lancashire. We love to just like miss words and stuff in a sentence, and I think that's
I was born in Lancashire. I know how to fucking read and write. Don't use that excuse.
He's got confused. I think he's trying to learn Italian as well at the same time. It's all muddled his head, I think.
God.
Yeah.
How bad?
His old age is catching up to him.
Right, okay. Right. Let's go on to Jaguars at Texans. Now we've got to bear in mind that Daz has already selected the Texans to win a different game. So we'll have to see what goes on here.
I can't see how Jacksonville get anything going at this point, and I think Texans need a bounce back from that performance last week. So for me, it is a Houston win.
I agree with all of the above. I think the Texans are the best team in that division, and they will get back on track. Bearing in mind, Daz already thinks that the Texans will beat the Rams and Bears. I reckon he also thinks they'll win this one.
Agreed.
So, yeah, you can see it makes sense. If he thinks they'll win a game they're not in, he definitely thinks they're going to win a game that they're in. Commanders at Cardinals. I reckon this could be a bit of a high-scoring one.
Potentially.
I agree.
Yeah. Again, Washington and particularly Daniels look very good, and we know that Arizona are a bit of an inconsistent team, so it depends which one turns up. I'm going to go with the gamble and go with Arizona, and they've shown what they're capable of, and if they are, then
I think being Can, they're saying that's a gamble.
I mean, they scored 40 points in week 2.
Yeah,
very
good doing it.
I think the cards will. I mean, you got to bear in mind that the Commanders' defense doesn't exactly look very solid. But
it's the worst in NFL, I think.
30-odd points to a quite piss-poor Bengals team yesterday.
There are only two outcomes for this game: Arizona win the game or Arizona lose the game.
Well, you say that.
Don't have a say in it.
What about the Texans in this game? Do you think? Can you see the Texans pulling off a shock result?
Potentially, yeah. They've got more chance of winning it than Washington anyway.
I think Marvin Harrison's gonna have a monster game this game.
Potentially.
I think so as well. I think the Cardinals will win this. And I said last week I saw the Bengals putting up 40 points on the Commanders, and I wasn't far off even though they lost. I think the Cardinals will do similar. Let's have a look at fucking hell.
Now I'm guessing the long one.
Gourmanders. Go Madness. I think that says. Go Madness. Okay.
Has he got medical issues?
Quite possibly. But Washington to win this is definitely one step beyond.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Okay. Patriots at the remains of the 49ers.
With all the injuries, do you know, it's not outside the realms of possibility that New England just grind their way to it. But I think 49ers got too much. Another, what's his name? Joanne Jennings is another monster.
Good old Joanne.
Yeah, San Francisco for me.
Yeah, I think they'll be too strong for the Patriots as well. It's probably a good game for the 49ers to have. I can't see the Patriots doing much on offense ever, possibly. This one's quite clear. It starts with a 4 and a 9. Then C something. But it's 49 at the start. So he's definitely gone for the 49ers on that one. He can do numbers. It's just letters that are a bit of a struggle. That's all it is. Cleveland Browns at Las Vegas Raiders. 2 teams who were absolutely shit last week.
Yeah, shocking. I think whenever I'm considering the Browns for the predictions, I'm putting too much on their defense, which just isn't working. But I'm going to go with them again. Am I? Yeah, I'm going to go with them again. Cleveland.
Okay, I'm going to think it's of the the Raiders who beat the Ravens rather than the rather meek Raiders who lost to the Panthers. So let's see which of the. I reckon we'll see the ones who beat the Ravens this week. So I will go for them. And Daz has gone for Jesus Christ. I mean, is that the infinity sign at the start? It could be an M. M apostrophe
Medeiros.
DERs.
Madeira. Oh, is he
Medeiros.
writing down his next holiday list? He's going to.
Oh, it could well be. So maybe he's going to Portugal.
Yeah.
So he's gone from Madeira.
Yeah.
It's an interesting.
Just put him down for the Texans. Be all right.
Well, yeah, Texans out of Browns and Raiders. So Texans stroke Madeira. Up next, we've got Kansas City Chiefs at the Chargers.
Kansas City.
Yeah, I can't see it either that they'll lose that, just because I think the Chargers got a bit beaten up last week as well, which I don't think is going to help them. So I will also go for Kansas City. Daz has gone for, that clearly says chips. Yep. It's
chip day.
Yeah, so I can only assume he's eating in a local Italian restaurant.
Yeah, egg and chips. Can you turn this Stevie Wonder off?
I assume in a second it will see sausage and egg as well.
Have you got any of the Smiths?
Hey Pedro, put some Oasis on. It's nearer to Chiefs than anything, but it clearly says chips. Bills at Ravens.
I think it's going to be a great game.
It should be. It's the late one on Sunday.
Terrific. I think I've written Josh Allen off too many times here. I think I've got to go for Buffalo.
They're in imperious form, aren't they, at the moment?
Seem to be.
I'd always be concerned about backing against the Ravens in Baltimore, but the Bills are just playing too well, and the Ravens are patchy. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the Bills. And Daz has written British Home Stores.
BHS, yeah.
That just says BHS.
That is definitely BHS.
Right, okay. Also, I've just noticed that I've put the Texans down rather than the Titans. So this could have been a fourth Texans game. Okay, so in Miami, we've got Titans and comedy quarterback Will Levis up against no quarterback Dolphins.
I'm basing this solely on the performance of Miami more than the Titans, because they were woeful. And if they play like that again, however bad the Titans are, I'd see them Titans for me.
I don't think the Titans are that bad. I reckon they're a couple of stupid mistakes away from winning a few games. So I will go for the Titans doing this one. And Daz has clearly put T'4WJ. Fuck it, it starts with a T. It's going to be Titans. And this one's a bit tasty as well. It's the Seahawks, the 3-0 Seahawks at the Lions.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say Seattle probably deserved all three of their wins. I'm going to go with Seattle.
I've said before, I like the Lions this year. I think they could run through most teams, and I think most teams includes the Seahawks. But I think it'll be close. I think this will be a good game.
Yeah, I agree.
But I will go for the Lions. And Daz has gone for that says Lions.
That's probably the one that I'm confident.
That's the clearest one out of all of these. There's an L, an I, an O, an N. Okay, that might be a J, but
they're all in the right order as well.
It's mostly it's definitely got lion at the start.
And then on a high note.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm giving him 80% of those letters right.
I think he'll set that.
I think it's the best he's going to get. So,
Yeah.